Everyone has their favorite snacks, and nothing is more heartbreaking than having yours discontinued. These beloved treats were ones we grew up with, so we remember the commercials advertising them and even the way they tasted. These are some of our favorite snacks from the past that have vanished from store shelves. Nabisco cheese tidbits were a popular snack staple back in the 1980s and 1990s. These bite-sized cracker sticks had a satisfyingly cheesy taste and were perfect for snacking. Tidbits were similar to Cheez-Its and Goldfish crackers, which is why they were discontinued in the early 2000s. The stick shape just wasn't enough to keep Tidbits stocked on store shelves. Pizza Spins were a savory snack brought to us by General Mills. These bite-sized crackers were designed to taste like tomatoes, Parmesan, pepper, and other spices typically found in pizza sauce. Introduced in 1968, the miniature pizza-flavored wheels were advertised as something from another planet. After their debut, the snack hung around the supermarket shelves for just shy of a decade, before they were discontinued in 1975. Recollection Road is proud to partner with Legacy Box. Watch until the end of this video to find out more about digitizing your family's irreplaceable memories, and then visit legacybox.com/recollection for an incredible 55% off. Toastettes were pastries made by Nabisco to compete with Kellogg's Pop-Tarts. Marketed as having Nabisco quality in a toasted pastry, they suggested that the filling was made from the best fruits you could find. It was a pastry only a baker could bake, and topped with a touch of sparkling sugar. Toastettes never did have the same success that Pop-Tarts did, but they did have their fans. In 2002, the sophisticated breakfast pastry, with its flaky crust and sweet filling, was discontinued after another failed attempt to appeal to children. Doodads were a fun snack mix that featured a combination of cheese sticks, pretzels, nuts, and other savory items that rivaled Chex Mix. The snack mix was perfect for parties, and during the 1970s and 1980s, Doodads were a go-to snack from Nabisco. The 1990s was filled with an influx of new snack offerings, so the sales of Doodads began to fall. By the end of the decade, Doodads just couldn't compete and were pulled from the Nabisco lineup. Kudos were made by Mars Incorporated. The chocolate and granola snacks were popular with kids in the 1990s because it was like eating a candy bar for breakfast. Originally available in fudge, peanut butter, and chocolate chip, Kudos would later add new flavors that incorporated popular Mars candies like Dove chocolate and Snickers. By 2017, however, Mars abruptly pulled Kudos off the market and left us wondering why they disappeared. The slogan, "Kudos, I'm yours," was no longer true. High-C Ecto Cooler was a classic fruit drink from the late 1980s that was tied into the Ghostbusters franchise and the release of Ghostbusters 2. The packaging featured everyone's favorite ghost, Slimer, and the citrus-flavored drink was a nostalgic part of growing up for many. But as the Ghostbuster movies became a thing of the past, the Ecto Cooler formula would be renamed as Shoutin' Orange Tangerine. By 2006, the name was changed again to Crazy Citrus Cooler, and then it was discontinued altogether in 2007. Crunch taters were a trendy snack made by Frito-Lay and popularized by the hit 1990s Christmas movie Home Alone. They were known for being extra thick and crunchy potato chips that came in two flavors, Hoppin' Jalapeno and Mighty Mesquite Barbecue. The chips that featured an alligator on the bag hit the market in the late 1980s, and they were a spicy alternative to traditional chips. They didn't last long though. By the end of the 1990s, Crunch Taters were gone, but there is no doubt they had an influence on some of the spicy chip offerings of today. Pillsbury Space Food Sticks were a fascinating snack innovation from the 1960s. These snacks were designed as energy sticks for NASA astronauts, which made kids go crazy for them. They came in a variety of flavors, including chocolate and peanut butter, but eventually Pillsbury dropped the word space from the name, and they became just Food Sticks. The success of Pillsbury Food Sticks was short-lived though. They were only available until the 1980s, as waning interest led them to be discontinued. Nicholls Banana Flips were delicious snack cakes that featured a yummy banana-flavored filling inside a soft cake. These treats were enjoyed by kids dating way back to the 1950s and 1960s. Sometimes they were also called Banana Dreams, and the banana treat was offered by other companies too. No matter the name, these snacks are much missed by sweet tooths everywhere, as they were slowly dropped by snack cake makers in the early to mid-2000s. Pudding Pops were beloved frozen popsicles that Jell-O sold during the 1980s and 1990s. They had Bill Cosby, everyone's favorite TV dad at the time, starring in commercials, and the creamy pudding frozen on a stick was what all the kids wanted. Although the popsicles were a big success initially, during the 1990s they dropped off, and Jell-O Pops simply weren't profitable anymore. Do you remember Koogle peanut butter spread? It was made by Kraft Foods in 1971, and it came in a variety of flavors, including chocolate, cinnamon, vanilla, and banana. Whether you were spreading it onto some Wonder Bread or eating it straight out of the jar, Koogle was a delicious treat after a long day at school, but unfortunately, it wasn't a big seller, and by 1976, it had disappeared. Lastly, we have peanut butter boppers, a snack from General Mills that was launched in July of 1985. These treats featured a peanut butter flavored filling encased in a crunchy outer shell that came in a variety of flavors like cookie crunch and fudge graham. They were both sweet and salty, making them a popular snack. But very little is known as to why peanut butter boppers were discontinued by the end of the 1980s. Today, there are only copycat recipes available online if you want to try to make them at home. Let me know in the comments if I missed anything, and make sure to sign up for the Recollection Road newsletter using the link in the description. Recollection Road and Legacy Box both believe it's important to preserve the past. If you're like me, there's a box of your family's treasured home movies and photos tucked away somewhere, and Legacy Box can help you preserve them digitally. The process is a simple and safe solution for converting your home movies and photos to thumb drive or to the cloud. Just send in your Legacy Box filled with old VHS and camcorder tapes, film reels, and pictures, and get back digital copies that can be easily enjoyed, shared, and kept organized. It's that easy. Legacy Box is trusted by over 1 million people, and it's all done right here in the USA. Get started preserving your past today. Go to legacybox.com/recollection to get an incredible 55% off. Buy today to take advantage of this exclusive offer and send in your memories when you're ready. Go to legacybox.com/recollection to save 55% while supplies last. If you enjoyed this video, consider watching the other videos in this series. While you're at it, hit subscribe and share Recollection Road with someone you know. As always, thank you so much for watching.